When you're a digital entrepreneur, you use your graphics programs quite a lot, whether it's be designing new product covers or doing social media ads or even just sprucing up a blog post. Having the right graphics in your platform is super important. And in this video, I want to share with you the 4 tools I use most consistently for creating graphics designing for myself and for my clients. I'll also share with you at the end, if I had to pick only one of these tools to go with for life, which one it would be. All right, guys, let's dive into it. Hey there, I'm John from IncomeMesh.com. My goal is to help you find the perfect tool for your next project. And in this video, we're talking all about graphics. So if you are doing anything with graphics, be sure to hit that subscribe button and the like button for this video and tick the little bell so you get notified when I release new content. Let's go ahead and dive into this one here today, where the 4 programs we're going to talk about are Really That, Glorify, Artboard Studio, and Krello. We're going to walk through each one of them very briefly just so you can get a taste for what they do. And at the end, I'll wrap up with which one is kind of my go-to for most things. All right, so Really That is a very specific purpose. And this is great if you are an agency and you've got several clients that have their own branding and you want to kind of crank out a lot of content for them. So the goal here, so the whole point of Really That is not to be like the perfect graphic editing tool, it's to be the most efficient graphics editing tool. And what they do is they allow you to kind of put some different text blurbs in for whatever it is you're designing. So say, for example, it could be check out my latest post, and then, hashtag read more, etc., etc. And you can change some photos out. And what it does is it allows you to instantly transform that design into several other designs with a click of a button. So this is fantastic because you're able to set up your branding once. You can set up your color palette once or multiple times for different clients, and you have unlimited access to just kind of go nuts and change out the different sizes. If you're doing social media posts, you can go to YouTube thumbnail and you can quickly change it out to a pretty good looking YouTube thumbnail. So this is a really unique tool. It's not the one that I use most frequently because I like to have a little bit more control. If I want to add another piece to this, if I want to add maybe another set of icons or drag this icon around, I'm kind of out of luck here. Some of them are draggable, some of them are not draggable. It's not the most controllable thing, but if you have clients, and here's where it's really awesome. So if I click on this little drop down here, I've got access to all the different brandings that we've created over time. Some are client accounts, some are our accounts, some are sub accounts where they have different color schemes or different font types. And you can create a ton of these and quickly change something out and change the text of it. And now that's going to last through everything else you do. It also has a really cool stock photo library. I can put this in, instantly change it up. Really, really nice. So really that is good if you want to be able to create a ton of content. One thing that we do a lot of is create pin images. My wife does. I'm not really a Pinterest guy, I guess you could tell. You can go to Pinterest pins and you can quickly create a ton of pretty snazzy looking Pinterest pins with just the click of a button. So really that is a really cool tool. Moving on next to Artboard Studio. This one is like totally on the other spectrum where it's way more design focused. And in doing so, it's a little bit more time consuming to build something in it, but I like it. It's really good for doing important advertisements like the box shot for your new product. Or if you're doing a big promotion and you want to have it look really professional, Artboard Studio I think is great for this. Let's log into it real fast and show you what you can do here real fast. So we can start with a template. And down here you can see all the different templates you have. Instantly you can tell this is like an actual mockup designer. This is not just a very simple graphics editing tool. So let's say you like this scene, the MacBook and the little Christmas tree. So you can pull it up, but most tools, you can maybe put some text on top. Here we can come here and put some text, and now we have some text and hello. Change the color of the text. That's where most tools kind of end, right? But with this one, it goes way further because you also have the ability here to actually customize what's on the screen of the MacBook. And they do it in a really professional way. So I can click on this little blue button, and it'll pull up what's actually on the MacBook screen. And what's crazy is this is not just a screen grab. So you can actually change everything around. Maybe you want to change this background image. So you can come here to add stock photos. Maybe make it a motorcycle instead. Boom. And then drag this guy down to the bottom layer. Boom. And let me just scale it up a little bit like that. Instantly, you've just changed the entire feel for the page. Isn't that great? So this is a cool mockup tool because you can build a lot of different things with it, but it takes more time to build it, and you have to kind of be in that designer's mode because this is just a bit more fancy, right? So I like Artboard Studio. I don't use it very frequently, but I use it for when I'm designing like a box shot, kind of like this. Again, I don't make my stuff too fancy, but if I want to make a nice ebook cover, it's great because I can just take it, use the template, and I have a nice looking ebook cover there. So that's Artboard Studio. The next one on the list is Krello. And Krello is cool because they have these video animations. That's really what sets this tool apart. So the way it works is you can kind of pull up a design, check out a couple different things, and these are actually interactive graphics. So I can come here and I look at animations, and I can see, what do I want to add here? Oh, that's pretty cool and techie. So let me remove this, pull in this little techie guy, and we'll call this new product review. Maybe make that a little bit smaller. You get the idea. And when you play it, it can come out as either a GIF or it can be downloaded as a video file. Now, video files are great for Facebook ads because they'll actually play the video on repeat. And for most of these things, there's not going to be sound over them, but they're nice and eye-catching, kind of poppy ways of making cool graphics. They also have a library of icons and illustrations. I found it not the best library of icons and illustrations, but it's pretty good. And depending on which plan you get, it's a solid option. Really, the standout feature though are these videos that you can put into the animation section here. That's definitely my favorite part. You can go in and categorize it by kids and parents, and you can have this superhero or supermom, I guess, over here. One thing I like to do with my kids, we'll just sit here and play around and find different animations and and play with them. It's one of our little passions. Look at that. Isn't that cool? I love that. All right, so that's Krello. That's a pretty solid option as well. And then a newcomer on the scene is Glorify. Now, there is a lifetime deal that's currently active for Glorify, but it's going to end in a few days, I believe, which is the motivation for this video, honestly. But I want to compare and show you each one of these that I'm using. And if you're interested, you can check it out for the lifetime deal, which is available right now. It's $127, which is about the price of maybe 2 or 3 months of a subscription service similar to this. And you can see when they do end the lifetime deal, it's going to be $445 per year. So if you like what you see in this part of the video, this would be one to check out. They also have a return policy if it doesn't work out for you. So let me log into my account here. And I want to start already with kind of the big standout feature that I see within Glorify is their background remover tool. So let me go ahead and let's say we're making a YouTube thumbnail. You can come here to social media. You got Facebook, you got general marketing, Google ad banners, Instagram, LinkedIn, and all these have specific resolutions, specific heights and weights for that specific platform. Let's come on down here to YouTube to get that 720p resolution. And I took a picture the other day. Wife and I were out on a date night. So let me go ahead and just upload an image. So here we are. We're on our sushi night. We're enjoying it. But what you'd see here is there's a lot of noise in the background. And normally, if you want to try to just crop us out, it's super difficult for platforms to be able to remove backgrounds really well. The background remover tool built into Glorify is really, really powerful. It's really easy to use and kind of fun to use. So I'm going to load this guy up. I'll go, and you can see automatically it's done a really good job. There's a few places that I might want to touch up a little bit, but in general, they've really done a great job with this tool. Even here, I don't know if I could do that better because I don't even know where my hair ends and the plant begins. So we're going to leave that there. That looks pretty good. As we come in here, that needs to go. So I'm going to get my little red pen, slide this up just a little bit. And then there's this weird, that's a person right behind us. And there you go. So you can see how you can go through this process of doing background removal. I specifically picked a really tough image. Like normally you need a green screen to do this very easily. But here, just like that, take that little thing off my shoulder, boom. And now you've got a really awesome background removed image. I'll click done. And that pops directly back into the website. And now you can go through and change the background color, maybe make it a red background, add some elements. And another reason why I really like this one is their icon library. So I mentioned Krello has some okay icons, but there's amazing icons within Glorify. They've integrated with all these different icon libraries. So if you want to have a consistent brand, sometimes where people look like they're just trying to find an icon anywhere they can get one, this allows you to be a little bit more professional. So let's say you want all your icons to be this blue UI. You can pull it up and have instant access to all these directly in the platform. So let me see if there's like a sushi. Yeah, there's a sushi icon. So perfect. We'll click on sushi, pull it in. I can even add a drop shadow to the sushi if I wanted to. So I'll hit the shadow button, drop shadow, boom, and now my sushi has a drop shadow. Let's make it maybe a little bit like that, a little bit like that, a little bit like that. Boom, there's my sushi with some cool depth. Add some text, and the text already has some really nicely pre-designed styles. So I can pull this in. Let's call this sushi night. Put that over there. Pretty cool. Another thing that's pretty awesome about this is, you know how I said that Relay That has the ability to quickly move things around from resolution to resolution? Well, this has a similar feel where I can go to Smart Resize and it can resize my images. It'll do the best job it can. So let's give it a try here. Let's say we're going to make this a square photo for Instagram now. I click on that. Let's open it in a new tab. And now it'll resize it to a square. So from here, I can make a few adjustments here, like maybe put this in the corner. And I've got a similar functionality that I have with Relay That, but I have a bit more of it here in this tool here. So, all right, now I promise you I'd tell you which one. If I had to pick one, which one would it be? And right now, I would pick Glorify as the one tool I would kind of make my home and use most frequently. And the main reasons why for this is that Glorify is built for selling things. It's kind of built as a marketing platform. Like it's helping e-com people sell products more. And I see that space growing really, really well. And if you look on their roadmap of what they're doing in the future, they have on the roadmap, they're going to be doing mockups like Artboard Studio can do. They can do logo makers already. They can build your entire ebook and design your ebook right in here. There's more functionality just built into this platform. And I can tell the team is pretty hungry. They also have an awesome library of stock photos where it's not just random unsplash photos. Like it's one guy, you can pick out an icon, one person that represents the brand for yourself or for your client, and you can use that image wherever you want to. So Glorify is kind of the Swiss Army knife. It maybe isn't the best at any one thing, but for using it, if you need one design tool to do what you need to do, Glorify is going to be a good Swiss Army knife for you. If you're interested to check out Glorify while their lifetime deal is still active, go ahead and click on the link below, and I'll see you in the next video. Take care.